Hi, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video describing what you are going to do for this summative assessment, just in case you weren't in class when we went over it. So the instructions for this summative assessment are as follows. Our class has been contacted by a local middle school to create infographics for their science classroom. They would like each infographic to describe one element so their students can start to become familiar with all the different elements that are in our universe. Your task is to pick an element of your choice and then make an infographic that educates a middle schooler on the chemical and physical properties of that element. So the directions officially are for you to pick an element from the periodic table. It can be any element that you are interested in. You can pick it randomly, or if there's an element that you've heard of and you want to study it, you can pick it that way too. If you want some good suggestions from me, you can always reach out. You are going to fill out the information on the checklist for success slide, which is this slide right here, the third slide. And you are going to incorporate the information from that side into your infographic. So, let me show you what I mean by that. This is your checklist for success. So this is all of the information that you need to include from your, about your element. But how I got this checklist is I got it from the rubric that I created. This is something that we're going to be working on a lot as sophomores, is taking a rubric and making a checklist from it so that we know exactly, excuse me, I'm so sorry. So we know exactly what we need to include in our assessment so that we can be successful. So the first part of the rubric is the element's identity. Now, if you want full points for this assessment, you need to use this middle box right here. This is going to give you, if you get everything in this middle box, it is going to give you full points. However, if you would like to challenge yourself and to get some extra points to either boost your grade or to cushion your grade a little bit for future assignments, you can do some of the things from this advanced column. There is no penalty if you try something from the advanced and you get it wrong or it doesn't work out how you want. You will not get points taken away. Okay, so there's no, in my mind, there's no reason to not try those advanced. Might as well try for the advanced, and then if you get extra points, you get extra points. If you don't get extra points, you're in the same boat you were when you began. So my suggestion is really trying for the advanced. So for the element identity, for advanced, you need to have the atomic number, its common isotope, what family it is in the periodic table, and have at least one application for an isotope. So you are going to put all that information right here where it says number 1 and it's red and it's color-coded red right here. For trends on the periodic table, for proficient, you are going to get the atomic size, electronegativity value, ionization energy, and you include a periodic table with its location on it. To get the advanced, you're going to do all of that, and you're going to tell me whether these numbers are high or low. And so you would put all that information right here. Note that you can get all of that information if you click on these links. So if you're trying to find atom size, you can click on the atomic size. And let's say you are doing helium, okay? That number right here is what you would put in that box, 31 p.m. So you would put 31 p.m. right here. But is that big or small? What does that even mean? 31 p.m.? I have no idea. So we are going to go over here. Remember, we chose helium. And we're going to look at the atomic radius. So helium is over here on the periodic table. It is pretty light, which means that it is pretty small. And knowing that the atomic size can go all the way up to 2.6, that is not a lot. And so you can say that it is, because I think this is supposed to be 0.31. But anyway, you could say that this is a very small atom, right? And again, I got that because this is where helium is on the periodic table, and it's really super light on this key. All right. You were going to do that for all of these. Okay, going down that rubric again. Light emission. You are going to, for the proficiency, you're just going to get a picture of the light spectrum. And then for the advanced, you're going to also tell me what color would be released if those electrons were excited. So to find your emission spectrum, you would click here. Again, if we're just like, I just randomly picked helium, but if we're doing helium, you would click on helium. This is what it would look like if you separated all the wavelengths of light if you were looking at a helium sample. So you just right-click copy, and then you would just put that. You can either put it like here and then just like have it off to the side for when you're going to use it later, or you can also copy image address instead and then put that in there so that you can just go straight to that link when you're doing your actual infographic. And then again, if you're trying to figure out what color it would be, you could always Google something like helium color excited electrons. And it'll tell you right here, helium would be like a pink orange color. Okay. You know what? That's not, they didn't have all of them. I was going to say maybe I'll just include that link, but you will find it on Google, but it's advanced because it might take a little bit of digging. The next part on here is fun facts and uses. So you need to include at least 3 general fun facts or uses for your element for proficient. But if you want to try and challenge yourself, 2 of these fun facts should be about medical or scientific applications. Or if you just have more. You'll see on my exemplar that I had like 5 different applications. So you can have more than just 3. Okay, the last one is, and you're going to put the links over here. So like, let's say that you wanted to, you're like, I want a picture of a helium balloon because I know that helium is used in like balloons. And so you might even have just like, something like this. You can copy image address again and then just put it here so that when you are going and making your actual infographic, you've already collected all of your images. All right. The last thing I want to show you guys is the actual infographic creation. So for proficient, you just need to have 5 pictures, and it looks clean and appealing to the eye. For advanced, you are making your own template for it. So let me show you what I mean by that. If you want to use the template that I made for you and get that proficient answer, you can use this template that I have right here. You can always add things to it. Like you don't have to just use this like as it is, like still add things to it. But if you want a starting point, you can use this slide. If you want to be creative and if you want to try designing this on your own, use this blank slide. Now let's say, again, because I'm not counting you off if you try the advanced, if you want to take some of the parts from this slide and even put them on this slide, you can. Like, if you try to make this slide and you're like, you know what, I'm like halfway through, I don't know how I'm feeling it, that's okay. You can always go back and do this slide or make this slide more fancy, like anything you need to do for that. The last thing I want to show you guys is if you would like to see an exemplar, and I might as well show you my exemplar as well. Oh, hold on. All right, so if you want to see that exemplar that I was talking about, you can just click right here. This is what I made for my exemplar. This would give you an advanced score for everything. And so you can see everything that I added. Some things that I want to call out is there's a lot of pictures. It's an infographic, so it's supposed to have lots of graphics in addition to that information. So I have lots and lots of pictures to help me explain what I am talking about. I've also included a couple of professional examples of different infographics for elements if you want to kind of take some of those ideas or anything like that. And I might add a few more too here, honestly. So yeah, I think that's all the instructions. Please just let me know if you have any questions. This is due on Monday after school, so I will be checking it then. Yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll talk to you later.